Good morning, Creek. It's Sunday morning. Hopefully, you guys had a great weekend. Here are your weekly announcements. First, let's talk about what happened this past weekend. This is a great week for us. Um, Despite not being able to get outside, I think our kids still performed pretty well against PRP Friday night. The best part about scrimmages is that they don't count for anything, right? It's just there for you to see what things you do well and what things you don't do so well. And for our guys, we did a lot of things very, very well, but there are still some things we obviously need work on before the season officially begins this upcoming Friday. So all in all, it was a great event. Coaches agree not to keep score for reasons. I know some other schools keep scores. There's no live special teams. The quarterback couldn't be touched in the pocket. As we could tell, they were live for running action. I don't think PRP got that memo, but um, again, these things are really really good for development. So we're very pleased with how our guys performed on Friday. But we're definitely going to make some changes this week. Um, the Under Lights picnic obviously had to be postponed again or pushed back. We're looking at another date for that, hopefully sooner than later, because it is supposed to serve as like a season kickoff for us. If it works out, great. If not, it's 2020 strikes again, I guess. Okay. Uh, but it was too much of a risk. A lot of work would have been put into doing the event if it did rain on us. Ironically enough, it didn't rain a drop after we had canceled, but that's just the way it goes, right? But be on the lookout for that update. Okay, the new date. Here's the schedule for this week. Okay, practice is regular. This is the first official normal week of the season. And the way this week should look is the way most weeks will look, minus, of course, the Monday with the JV game or a Frostmore game or whatever. So Monday through Wednesday, regular practice, 6 to 10, 6:10 dismissal. Thursday is our early practice. That's our pregame stuff. Okay, so we'll be done a little bit early this upcoming Thursday. And then, of course, Friday is the J-Town game at Fern Creek, 7:30. And then we have our what we call our mags, our morning after games. Pretty much body check, film, practice for our lower level. That will happen on Saturday morning. Okay, and as of right now, it's 9. Sometimes, depending on how late the previous night's game goes, I'll push that to 10. If we're not getting out of the game or back to Fern Creek or whatever until 10:30, 11, 11:30 p.m., then I'll obviously give those guys an extra hour of sleep. So help me out here and be a little flexible if you guys don't mind. But we do our best to get them out there after about 2 hours. Okay. All right. Time to start talking about the real season. Okay. First official game this Friday against J Town, home game. All right. Um, I will post this link in the band app. If you uh, don't have access there, whatever, you can obviously just go to the GoFan app and search for either Fern Creek or J Town. As of right now, this is why one of our ADs is one of the best that's out there. Pre-sale tickets are on sale now, and you can get pre-sale tickets for $7 if you use the app. Okay, starting on Friday, the morning of Friday, they'll go to $9 on the app, which is actually really 10. When you check out, there's going to be a fee or whatever, and you'll end up paying $10 per ticket. So, my advice to you is go ahead and get the pre-sale tickets right now. They're on sale. Um, I don't know if there's going to be a gate option for you to wait and just buy the tickets when you come up. I don't know. I would do my best to try to figure this out. It looks like each school is kind of doing things a little differently, and Fern Creek is choosing to use the GoFan app. Okay, so pop on there and get your tickets. Monday is next Monday, not tomorrow. Let me be very very clear. Not tomorrow, but next Monday. August 23rd is our first lower level game, and Fern Creek is in a very interesting position because we are one of the few schools that we believe has enough kids to play 3 levels, but doesn't but could certainly use um, each week to play other different kids on each level, if that makes any sense. Okay, so For those of you guys who don't know, JV is pretty much juniors to freshmen, and a lot of times juniors do play quite a bit. We have a few JV games. Looks like four. Froshmore is that new age thing that I think everyone's going to, where it's freshmen and sophomores play together. Okay, and that's just because a lot of schools don't have enough for a freshman team. And then of course freshman is just freshmen. And even as of right now, until some of our kids, get their acclimation days and get their physicals turned in, all that kind of stuff, we still might have a few sophomores playing in the freshman games just so that we have enough guys to go out there and play. But our first official lower level game is next Monday, 6:30 at home. I'm sorry, 6 o'clock at home against Manual. Okay. All right. We're getting a little closer to this college road trip weekend, which should be fun for us. Okay. Again, I've got some more details. I'll post the official itinerary probably sometime at the end of this week, if not next weekend. We're going to leave school. We're going to get out of class early, dismiss around 11ish, hop on a bus, go visit Kentucky State, then go visit Georgetown, eat lunch, do a little walkthrough, then go to Lexington Catholic High School and wait to beat Henry Clay. When we come back that night, we'll be dropped off at school. We'll meet with the guys in the morning. I believe the meet time is 7 a.m. the next morning. And from there, we're going to take our road trip up to the HBCU Classic to Columbus, Ohio, where we will watch this game take place in Ohio State's stadium. We have a speech or a presentation that we're being a part of. It's the NFL Moms Group. Very, very cool. I've never heard of this group before, but they apparently are pretty popular amongst the football community. And then we're actually going to be able to tour the stadium prior to the game. So when we get done with the game, we'll head back to probably Fern Creek Christian Church, do a little meal, little team bonding, and then we'll be home for the week. So it should be a pretty exciting weekend. Again, all the details will be laid out later this week. All right. I have to do my obligatory COVID-19/vaccination little spiel here. Okay, this was a little graphic that I found, and lots of bad information out there. And again, like I've said before, I'll say again, the KHSA, the Kentucky Department of Education, JCPS Public Schools, like Jefferson County Public Schools, they're all going to push for the vaccine. And at this point, I will be supporting the vaccine and pushing the vaccine because I don't want to see our guys missing any class time. And as a football coach, I don't want to see our guys missing any game time. We saw what that looked like last year, and we had some very upset, very disappointed kids. We have 29 seniors this year. And if this season was to end the way last season did, and there's something that I could have done about it, I would feel really, really bad about myself if I did not do anything about it. The biggest difference between this year and last year is that there is, a weapon in the fight, I guess, with this vaccine. But it's a big decision and it's a personal decision, and no one's going to force your kids, at least not me. I'm not going to force your kids to do it. But what I will tell you again is that by getting the vaccine, our guys don't have to quarantine. And as of right now, I think we're about a third, if not a little bit more, than our team has been vaccinated, which means that hey, if we do get if something does happen within our team, then we're going to play some ball. Okay. So just take a look at that graphic there on the screen. The tweet that I put up here was one that I found Friday night. Crittenden County, I guess, already had an issue, and of course, Crittenden County's got a very, very small team anyway. But the biggest thing I wanted to show you there is that the KHSAA, whether this be right or wrong, is calling COVID cancellations are forfeits this year. So these games will not be made up. If we play a team and their kids have to quarantine or whatnot, it's a forfeit. And no one likes forfeits. You know what I mean? Great, cool, their wins, that's awesome, well, good job. But we want to play, and these kids want to play, and these kids need these games. So again, that's just another way that the KHSA is trying to kind of encourage our kids to do this, and all of our kids are eligible for it. If you have any questions, man, please feel free to let me know, or ask a actual medical professional like Nicole, our trainer, if you have any more questions about it. Okay. Last couple of reminders. We've already talked about the ticket prices, so that's good. Physicals, again, get those in as they start expiring. Girdles need to get those girdles back from you guys, the ones that we issued out, and then we got to make sure that guys are getting their own girdles as well. Okay, especially with this week being the first official game. All right, and then of course Saturday mornings we're excited. The kids should know by Thursday who is going to be dressing for that Monday game. So they'll be able to tell you whether or not they're going to be in film or whether they're going to be outdoors practicing. Okay. Hope is greater than fear. Here's hoping for a great week. Happy Sunday. Go Creek.